Hi, everybody. This week's lesson is lesson 6 from the workbook, which corresponds to chapter 4 in Dr. A's Habits of Health. I think this is a tough one to have drawn. This is pretty much, we go to a leadership retreat every year, and it's really focused on this. So we spend a whole weekend, long hours learning this, so I'm having a tough time condensing it into a few minutes. Basically, whenever we're in life, we often have conflicting choices, and we need to find a structure to help us move forward. So, Structural Tension by Robert Fritz is where we're really going with this. And when we do this, we start with our dreams. What do we want? And Robert Fritz is, he's like a composer and a film producer and all this different stuff. So he's very artistic. And he likes to use the analogy of a camera shot. There is the close-up frame where it's so close up, you can't see the forest for the trees, really. I mean, it's so detailed. It's just, you lose the whole picture. Then there's the really far away shot where it's kind of vague. You can't see any detail. And then there's the medium shot where you really get a little bit of everything. So what we're aiming for is the medium shot, where we're not going crazy over obsessive details, nor are we having these vague aspirations like, I'd like to get healthy someday, and someday I'll exercise and lose weight. But neither would it necessarily be, I'm going to be this many inches, I don't know, whatever. So what we're going for in our goal is a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and a timeline. That's really what we're looking for in a goal. And then when we look at where we are, our reality also needs to be grounded in that medium frame. Not too obsessively detailed, not too vague, but just kind of in the middle where you can say where you are. And then there are choices that he labels fundamental choices, primary choices, and secondary choices. So the way to think about a fundamental choice is the basis of who you are. Like maybe you say, I want to live my life in integrity. But your primary choice would be, I choose optimal health. That's what I choose. I want to be the healthiest that I can be for where I am right now in my journey. And the secondary choices are all those steps that support both your primary choice and your fundamental choice. So in other words, if I wanted to achieve optimal health, my steps would be perhaps to stay on program and start eating healthier, eating every 3 hours, starting with breakfast. Maybe it's at the stage where I need to add exercise. I need to do something for strength, something for endurance. Cardiovascular, something for stretching, whatever. Secondary choices quite often are things we don't want to do. Just like if your primary choice were to become a great pianist, your secondary choice would be to get up every day and practice the piano, even when you don't feel like it. Same with us. Even when you don't feel like going on program or staying on program, that would be the proper choice to get our goal, right? And so that's what this chapter is really about. There are going to be times when you'll think, wow, I'd really like to have that birthday cake, but you also want to have optimal health. So you have these two conflicting choices, and what you need to do is step back so that you're in the current reality and not too close up thinking, oh, that would taste so good right now. And not so vague like, oh, I can be good later, Monday. But rather in the current medium frame shot where you say, gosh, that does look good. And I would like that. But the fact is, it doesn't support my primary goal, which this week was to stay on program for this whole week or whatever it is. And so that's how we move forward. Little successes, one at a time. Thanks. Have a good week.